So why am I standing outside in 95-degree weather in the sun with a beanie on my head? Well, that's because it has Bluetooth speakers built in, of course. So is it good? Or does this thing suck? I'm gonna go ahead, unbox the sucker, hook it up to my phone, show you all the controls, and we'll give it a test. So by the end of this video, you're gonna have your answer. A Bluetooth beanie, is it good or does it suck? All that and more coming up today on Hobart's Reviews. Hey friends, my name is Hobart. Welcome back to Hobart's Reviews. And at some point during the year, we all have to bundle up, and keeping our head warm is very, very important. But a lot of us like to go outside and do yard work or exercise and listen to music. And headphones and hoodies and beanies can kind of get cumbersome, and earbuds in some cases can get expensive. This company, Highever, though, has implemented two Bluetooth speakers right here into the beanie so that you can listen to your music while keeping your head warm at the same time. So let's go ahead and go over the specs of this bad boy. This Bluetooth beanie is equipped with the latest and greatest in Bluetooth technology. We're talking about Bluetooth 5.0, friends, so it's going to be compatible with any one of your smartphones or Bluetooth devices. The beanie itself is made of premium knitted material. It's real nice and soft, so it'll keep your head nice and toasty. This even has a built-in microphone so that you can make and answer calls right from your beanie. And the speakers, they are removable so that you can go ahead and hand wash the beanie when it gets dirty or, of course, stinky. The transmission distance is between 33 and 65 feet, so if you're out in the yard and you need to put your phone down, or for any reason you get separated from your phone, as long as you're within 33 to 65 feet, your music will not be interrupted. And this beanie includes a 200 milliamp hour rechargeable lithium battery that takes about 1.5 to 2 hours to charge. The company says that this will last 10 to 12 hours on one charge. I haven't gotten that far yet, but we'll have to see. I've gotten several hours with no issues. Plus, they include a micro USB charging cable, which will plug into pretty much any USB wall charger. So what do the buttons do? Well, the minus button here, this is gonna get you your volume down and your previous track. The play and pause button, well, that's used to turn on the speakers, power on and off, play, pause, and also to answer calls. The plus button here is to, of course, do volume up and go to the next track, and there are lots of different button combinations that they show in the manual that can do a variety of things, like even control Siri or Google Assistant. But I'll let you go over those yourself if you decide to go ahead and buy one of these guys. Hey friends, if you're liking what I'm doing so far, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click the bell so you know exactly when I put out another video. All right, so now I got the beanie on, I've got the speakers positioned over my ears. Make sure you have the speakers positioned over to your ears nicely. And let's go ahead and listen to some Sublime with Rome, and we'll do some range testing and see how this sounds. Am I expecting it to sound as good as over-the-ear headphones, IEMs, or earbuds? No. Am I expecting it to kind of sound like a tin can? Yeah. So I'm kind of interested to find out how this really sounds. So let's go ahead and listen, and I'll give you my honest opinion. Okay. It doesn't sound like a tin can. I'm actually not too mad at this. Who knew? Like you do. I don't want to get copyright infringement here, so I won't sing too much. No, it's got some bass to it. No, it's not as good. It's not as sealed as over-the-ear headphones or IEMs. But it is definitely not bad at all. I could totally rock this in the wintertime and be super happy with this. Phone calls would sound great. As far as audio, I'm not mad at this at all. It sounds great. It sounds really good. So what do you say? Let's go ahead and test this 33 to 65 foot range. Now, obviously I got a fence behind me, so I'm not gonna be able to go 65 feet, but I'll leave my phone here and I'll walk backwards and see if it still sounds good all the way at the fence line. This is 30 feet right here, paced out. Wow, 60 feet right here. Still can hear it the same, 60 feet. Wonder how much farther I could go. I don't know if you can see me out here, but I'm at least 70 feet away. No problems. Still can hear the music, just like I can standing right in front of the camera. That's pretty impressive. It's that Bluetooth 5.0, friends. Audio sounds good. There's no lagging, no issues whatsoever. So I'm super happy with it. I cannot complain about the audio at all, or the range, or if it's warm, because it's freaking warm. All right, friends, well, let's go ahead and go to the pros and cons, and I'll tell you if you should spend your money on one of these Bluetooth beanies. Pro number 1 is going to be the fact that it has Bluetooth 5.0. Bluetooth 5.0 is the latest and greatest in Bluetooth technology. It's going to give you range, as we saw just a few minutes ago. It's going to give you great connections, fast connections, constant connections, no lagging, no skipping, no crappy audio. So Bluetooth 5.0 is definitely pro number 1. Pro number 2 is, wow, this thing is made of some really nice material. This thing feels like a brand new pair of socks. You know how good those feel on your feet when they're real nice and soft and fluffy and they just feel good? That's what it feels like. Or maybe a new sweater or something like that. It is not rough, it is not uncomfortable to wear, and it's definitely warm on the head. So pro number 2 is this is made of some really nice material. Pro number 3 is this baby goes 65, 70 feet away without having any issues. So you can put your phone down and you can walk around your yard, do your yard work, or whatever you need to do if you're going to be a distance away from your phone and you're not going to have any issues with that connectivity or any of the audio issues. You can still answer phone calls and everything out doing yard work. Pro number 4 is going to be that you can remove the speakers and hand wash your beanie. Everyone knows after a while you're going to get it dirty or maybe even stinky from wearing it all the time, and it's going to need a wash. So they've made it so you can remove the Bluetooth speakers and the wiring. You can go ahead and hand wash your beanie and then put the speakers back in. Now I do have a slight con with putting the speakers back in that I'll talk about in just a second, but the fact that you can remove the speakers and give it a wash and put them back in makes this be able to use for a long time. Pro number 5 is going to be the price. To get such a nice beanie, a nice quality beanie with some good Bluetooth speakers with Bluetooth 5.0 in them for 20 bucks, can't complain about that. There's a lot of other Bluetooth beanies out there that don't have Bluetooth 5.0 that aren't made of as good material that cost the same or even more. So this is a great price, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description for you if you wanna go ahead and buy one. But pro number 5 is that it's nice and affordable and it's good quality. Now I do have a couple of cons that I wanna talk about. Nothing that would prevent me from buying one. It's just a pain in the butt. And con number 1 is gonna be the charging port. Now some of these beanies, they don't even give you a slit to try to charge through. This one does, so I gotta give them props on that. The problem is that it's really hard sometimes to find the charging port, and you're constantly moving it around trying to figure out, is it this way or this way, because it is a micro USB, it's not a USB-C, so you're trying to figure out which way to do it. And in some cases I've just had to go ahead and pull it out of the socket over here just to expose the charging cable port so that I could charge it. So that's kind of con number 1. Would it prevent me from buying one? No, it's just a pain in the butt. And con number 2 is going to come when you do take these out to do your hand washing and it's time to put them back in again. The side without the buttons isn't too big of a problem. It can slide right in, but you're going to need a little bit of practice doing the side with the buttons on it. And the reason why is because you got that charging port there. Obviously this is knitted material, so that charging port that's sticking out kind of catches on the knitted material. Plus you got to get your buttons right. So there's this little socket here, this little stitched socket that I can put my finger in. That's where this goes. Make sure you have your speaker facing your head and the buttons facing out, and just go ahead and slide that in, and you're just going to have to maneuver it. And that's what, see, this is the pain in the butt here, is trying to get it back in. There. So now it's back in, but as you can see, it was kind of a pain in the butt to get in. Is it something that would prevent me from buying it? No, because I don't plan on taking those out all the time. It's not something I have to do every day. It's just something I have to do when I wash it. So not a big deal, but just something to think about. It's okay if you're having trouble. Do it a few times and it'll get easier, I promise. But other than that, I got nothing to complain about. The range is exceptional. I mean, you got 65, 70 feet out there. It's very comfortable, like I said earlier. You got Bluetooth 5.0. It's very affordable. It keeps your head warm. So I got nothing to complain about. It sounds great. It's got a little bit of bass. Is it as good as IEMs or over-the-ear headphones? No, but it is definitely not a piece of crap. So I would highly suggest, if you're looking for something to keep your head warm in the wintertime and you still want that Bluetooth technology for some speakers and you want to be able to make phone calls from your clothing, go ahead and pick one of these up. I'll put a link in the description for you. It is an affiliate link, so it does help my channel out. But if you're going to buy one of these, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and use that link. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already yet. If you have any questions or comments on the beanie or anything at all, please go ahead and put those in the comments, and make sure you hit that bell so next time I put out a video, you'll be notified. Well, friends, my name is Hobart with Hobart's Reviews. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you like this beanie. I definitely do. I'm going to put this away for wintertime. You have yourself a great rest of your day. See ya.